Welcome to Just Gist TV. Today's story has taken a deeply emotional and controversial turn as critics and online haters appear openly jubilant following leaked inside information suggesting that Wats has been crying and visibly distressed. As emotions continue to spill across social media, fans are now questioning whether Maurice has threatened her relationship, especially in light of the already viral leaked messages allegedly sent to Sonia Uche. Even more troubling, some observers are now asking uncomfortable questions about self-respect, desperation, and emotional boundaries. The drama did not erupt overnight. It built slowly, fueled by speculation, screenshots, and whispered claims that eventually exploded into a public storm. According to insiders, Wats has been emotionally affected since the leaked messages between Maurice and Sonia Uche began circulating online. While the content of the messages has not been officially confirmed, their existence alone has been enough to ignite fierce debates and deep emotional reactions. Online critics wasted no time turning the situation into a spectacle. Across comment sections, timelines, and gossip pages, some individuals openly celebrated Wats' alleged emotional breakdown. Their jubilant reactions shocked many fans, who found the lack of empathy disturbing. Yet in the brutal world of online drama, vulnerability often becomes ammunition, and Wats has now found herself at the center of relentless scrutiny. Fans sympathetic to Wats expressed concern, noting that crying and emotional distress are natural reactions to public humiliation and uncertainty. Others, however, were less forgiving. A growing group of critics began questioning why Wats would remain emotionally invested in a situation that appears to involve blurred boundaries and alleged emotional interference from Maurice. The leaked messages became the focal point of the controversy. Screenshots allegedly showing Maurice reaching out to Sonia Uche spread rapidly, igniting outrage and suspicion. Fans questioned the intent behind the messages, analyzing tone, timing, and language. Many argued that regardless of intent, the messages crossed the line and created unnecessary tension, especially given Maurice's known associations. As the debate intensified, attention shifted back to Wats. Insiders claimed she had been crying privately, overwhelmed by the public narrative forming around her relationship. While no official statement has been made, fans interpreted her silence as emotional exhaustion rather than indifference. This silence, however, only gave critics more room to speculate and attack. Some fans began asking whether Maurice's actions had directly threatened Wats' relationship. They questioned whether emotional boundaries had been violated and whether trust had been compromised. These questions echoed loudly across social media, with many demanding clarity and accountability from all parties involved. Others took a harsher stance, questioning Wats' self-respect. Commentators asked why she would tolerate a situation that appears to involve emotional disrespect and public embarrassment. The word desperation began appearing frequently in discussions, sparking outrage among supporters who felt such language was cruel and unfair. Defenders of Wats pushed back strongly, reminding critics that emotional complexity cannot be reduced to gossip narratives. They argued that staying silent or emotional does not equate to desperation, but rather reflects the human cost of public scrutiny. Many urged empathy, emphasizing that no one deserves to have their pain celebrated online. Maurice, meanwhile, remained largely silent amid the chaos. His lack of a clear statement only intensified speculation. Fans questioned whether his silence was strategic or dismissive, and whether it signaled guilt, indifference, or an attempt to avoid escalating the situation further. In the absence of clarity, every interpretation gained traction. Sonia Uche's name continued to trend alongside the controversy. While she has not publicly addressed the leaked messages, fans closely analyzed her online behavior, searching for subtle clues. Some praised her restraint, while others questioned why her silence seemed to contrast sharply with the emotional turmoil reportedly experienced by Wats. Critics argued that the power imbalance in the situation made it even more troubling. They questioned whether Wats was unfairly bearing the emotional burden of a situation she did not create. Others accused Maurice of being careless with boundaries, suggesting that his actions had ripple effects far beyond what he may have anticipated. As the story evolved, gossip pages amplified every rumor, often blurring the line between fact and speculation. Emotional reactions became entertainment, and Wats' alleged tears were dissected without mercy. The cruelty of online commentary reached alarming levels, prompting some fans to call for a pause and reflection. The controversy also reignited broader conversations about emotional responsibility in public relationships. Fans debated whether public figures owe their partners transparency and respect, especially when interactions with others become public fodder. Many concluded that silence, while sometimes protective, can also allow harmful narratives to flourish. Wats supporters continued to rally around her, posting messages of encouragement and reminding her that vulnerability is not weakness. They criticized the culture that celebrates emotional pain and called out the hypocrisy of those who preach loyalty while engaging in public shaming. Meanwhile, critics doubled down, insisting that personal accountability matters. They argued that remaining in emotionally damaging situations sends the wrong message and questioned why Wats had not publicly distanced herself from the drama. These arguments, however, often lacked compassion and nuance. As days passed, the controversy showed no signs of fading. Each new post, comment, or silence added fuel to the fire. The emotional toll on all parties became increasingly evident, even as clarity remained elusive. Fans waited anxiously for a statement that might reset the narrative or offer closure. Ultimately, this saga has become about more than leaked messages or rumored tears. It is about respect, emotional boundaries, and the harsh realities of living under public scrutiny. Wats' alleged emotional distress has exposed the darker side of online culture, where pain is often celebrated rather than understood. Whether Maurice's actions directly threaten a relationship or whether the situation has been exaggerated by gossip remains unclear. What is certain, however, is that the emotional impact has been real and deeply felt. As fans continue to debate, one truth stands out: behind every viral controversy are real people navigating real emotions. Stay with Just Gist TV as we continue to follow this developing story and bring you every update, reaction, and twist as it unfolds.